MP about to tear the roof off.
We know MP came ready to play.
The home debut for this team and the home debut for the rookie MP. He'll have his chance to make a lasting first impression here in just a moment as this stadium gets ready to rock. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. So let's take a look at the starters. For the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out. Well, Brent tonight.
These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And MP recently made a statement that on any given night, he's hyper-focused on beating his primary matchup. Sounds like he's got something to prove.
I love to see MP vocalize his specific goals, but that comes with the potential of firing up your opponent. Just think back to Anthony Edwards' statement about Kyrie Irving ahead of the Western Conference Finals in 2024. We know how talented MP is, but there's lots of talent in this league. You gotta be careful not to poke the bear, and there are quite a few tough matchups MP is gonna be facing.
Something that the organization loves about MP, Grant. He's always letting his game do the talking.
Yeah, he'll respond with a quip here or there, but for the most part, MP lets his actions do the work, not his mouth. He's very mature and as focused of a rookie that you'll find.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Thanks, guys. I had a moment before the game to ask MP about tonight's matchup at the center position, and he told me he views every game as an opportunity. He said, I want this team to win, and that starts with me winning my matchups every time I take the court with no excuses. MP leading by example.
That's right, and that's how the best do it. Thanks, Allie.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Pass to Castleton. Here's Barrett. Fires the three. Castleton can't hit.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's DiVincenzo. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
DiVincenzo has a real nice burst, and that time used it.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the first. Boucher a screen on DiVincenzo. No problems knocking that one down.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Boucher outside to the paint. Here's Castleton. Another shot. Crafty move. Rebound Minnesota. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Pass to Quickly. Here's Castleton. Lets the three fly, and the three-pointer goes. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. Garnett no good. Here's Walter. No points yet. Pass to Boucher. Now Barrett. Launches it from deep. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, a good close contest. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Then it's Walter, then it's Chris Boucher, and it's Shed in at the point guard position.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside, Alexander Walker. No good on the 3.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
13 feet out. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Garnett's got 4 rebounds now. Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Garnett. He's guarded by Barnes. Back to Alexander Walker. To the middle. Here's Garnett. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the block. Outside, DiVincenzo. It's stolen away. 3-on-3. And finished off by Boucher.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead. Holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
They get it back. Pass to Garnett. That's another miss. 1 for 7 in this contest. Toronto leading by 7. Barnes drives in, kicks it out to Barrett. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Barnes comes with a double team. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That'll be a second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Garnett. Reed to screen on Boucher. Garnett. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. For Toronto, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Ingles, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Here's Shed. No points so far. Now here's Barrett. To the wing, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barnes. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And a fast break now for the Raptors. Here's Barnes. Kicks it out to Barrett. Jacks up a 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Pass to Boucher. Now here's Barrett. Takes it inside. Good work there as it goes. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
Using some muscle there on the finish. I like seeing Barrett be active inside.
Here's Reed. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Minot's checked in for the Timberwolves. Castleton's checked in for Toronto. Abaji comes in for Scotty Barnes. Here's Garnett. Uses the glass on the layup. Garnett's got 8 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Castleton. Oh, and there's the whistle. He was going up for the lick. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Coach's challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Checking out Toronto, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got changes for Toronto. Boucher's checked in for Barnes. Barrett comes in for Ingram. And it's Walter in for Dick. Quickly outside. Here's Walter. No made baskets yet. To the inside. And Boucher, the bucket on the assist by Walter. And the Raptors lead by 5.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
We've got Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's Shannon in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Back to Quickly. Six to shoot. Pass to Pirtle. From the left block. And so he draws the foul. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors. Castleton's checked in for Toronto. And here's Quickly. Down low. Second shot opportunity. Castleton, good. Castleton's got 5 now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Garnett. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. 5th, the Timberwolves.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
Now Quickly from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
DiVincenzo has to be agile on the interior, and that time finds a way to get it done.
Pass to Castleton. And here is Barrett. Quickly deciding where to go with it. They set the pick. 4-3. Kept alive. Outside for Boucher. Sinks it from distance. 14 points for him.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Pass to McDaniels. DiVincenzo on the wing. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Walter pulls it in. Toronto leading by 8. Here's Quickly. To the inside. Walter can't get it to go. Timberwolves shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. To the middle. Here's Garnett. Out to DiVincenzo. McDaniels from long range. Hits the 3-pointer. McDaniels got 8.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Castleton, good.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Pass to Garnett. Now McDaniels, guarded by Barrett. Quickly against DiVincenzo. Here's Garnett. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Barrett. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Toronto out in front. They lead by 5. And we've got more action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Chris Boucher out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Walter, and it's Castleton in at the 5 down low. Raptors lead by 5. To the paint. Here's Walter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
Shannon. And the 3 off target. And for Toronto, they're shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Here's Shed. Now here's Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Sometimes you got to be patient, let the play develop. Barrett looking comfortable operating in these screen and rolls.
Here's Garnett. For 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Outside Barrett. Inside. Pass to Shed. And there's a 3-second violation. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. Abaji's checked in for Toronto. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Reed. Clark outside. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
The 3, DiVincenzo missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Castleton. Off target from outside.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Abaji. And it's Toronto with another.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
Reed with it. Here's Dillingham from deep. Knocks down the triple. Dillingham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Shed. For Dillingham. And it's Shed missing.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
DiVincenzo can't hit. The Raptors with a lead. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. It's tipped. Pass to Garnett. Here's Dillingham to take the lead. Knocks down the long J. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Shed for Dillingham. And the Raptors miss again. To Garnett. DiVincenzo on the wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. offensive rebound. The three. That shot, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Shed. Here's Castleton. And here is Barrett. DiVincenzo covering. Barrett against DiVincenzo. 18 feet out. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Garnett. Here's Dillingham. Covered by Boucher. The three, DiVincenzo. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new game.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby. What was that little stunt you pulled before the game? It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?